Hello, hello. Welcome. Welcome to our short overview. We'll be getting started in just a moment. Feel free to say hello in the chat. Let us know where you're calling in from. Let us know if you've been having a good time learning and growing this whole new skill set. Welcome Jason from Alabama. Snowy, Idaho. Welcome Crystal. It's a lot different than where we're from. We're in South Florida, and it is the opposite of snowy. In fact, I'm tired today. I got a little bit sunburnt being out sweating in the sun outside. It's crazy. Hey, welcome from the UK. Melbourne. Lodi. Awesome. We got people from all over the world. Welcome, Paul from Tennessee. All right, let's go ahead and jump in. So tonight we're going to talk about this trading project that we have going on. We're a fast-growing community. And for those of you that are on here tonight, if you're already a member, you're going to get a sneak peek at the One-Click Pro Trader. Really, really cool stuff that you're going to see on this presentation. Perfect timing going into the new year. So we're going to talk about thriving in today's economy. And we use that word thriving because we believe that we should do more than just survive, right? We believe that we should do more than just barely get by. And we know that statistically, most people are barely keeping their head above water, right? Most people struggle week by week, paycheck to paycheck. Most people, they're just trying to survive. And right now, what's happening economically, you know, even if you're responsible and you know you're diligent with your finances, you could still be getting impacted by the out of control inflation, right? Is it just me, or is it crazy going to the grocery store now, seeing what things cost? I mean, oh my gosh, I remember a few years ago, I used to comment on how far $100 would get you, right? Or 100 pounds at the grocery store, how far that would go. I remember when I was a kid, that wasn't that long ago. And I remember a few years ago, I realized it was like shocking. One day I just became aware of like, wow, $100 does not go very far. Now it goes much less further, right? It doesn't go very far at all. Things that used to be considered cheap now are like middle range cost. Even going to something like a McDonald's. I mean, McDonald's is considered cheap fast food. I remember it wasn't that long ago that you could get a full meal at McDonald's, you know, burger, fries, and a drink for like $3 or $4. Now they're like 10, 12, $14. It's like everything out there is 200, 300, 400%. And so people have definitely felt the impact of that. It's stressful. You know, financial stress is a leading cause of divorce. It's the leading cause of anxiety, puts a lot of pressure, especially if you're a parent, right? How many parents do I have on the call tonight? Let me know in the chat if you're a parent and you have the pressure of not just providing for yourself, but for a family. And here's the truth, okay? If you look at the trajectory of our economy, this is globally right now, it's going to get worse before it gets better. In fact, in some parts of the world, including the Western side of the world with the United States, it's believed that we're just starting to get into our inflation, and we're just starting to get into our recession. And so a lot of financial experts are predicting a large-scale recession well into this next year, 2023, and then into 2024, right? So the next year and a half could be a real low point for many parts of the world. And so and that's just a fact, right? It's we don't want to be negative, and we're not fear mongerers, right? We're not here to cause panic or anxiety, but we also don't believe in being ignorant. We also believe that if you see the signs of something coming, then you should do something as soon as you can to hedge yourself, to protect yourself from that. And that's why we're building this project. We believe that we are at the perfect time to help people to make a plan to beat inflation and to get ahead of that curve, right? It's not too late. You could do something right now. We believe very strongly in taking control of your own financial future. If you're worried financially, most of the time it's because you don't feel like you're in full control, right? You're at the mercy of your job. You're at the mercy of the local economy. You're at the mercy of the government. You're at the mercy of whatever industry you're in. And we teach people that in today's age, with the technology that's available right now and with the education that's available, you could take full control of your financial future to where you're not at the mercy of anyone. In fact, the sky is unlimited, really, financially. We also believe that in today's day and age, that if someone is struggling financially, they either are just ignorant to what's available, right? Or they're refusing to look, because we believe that there's no reason why anyone in today's day and age should be struggling financially. And a lot of times when it comes down to creating a side hustle or creating a side income, a work from home income, a lot of times nowadays in the digital age, you have to send your money to someone else, or you have to send your money to some company who's making some promise to grow your money for you. And we're here to say, stop trusting other people with your hard-earned money. Okay, stop trusting other companies to trade your money for you or to try to grow your money for you. The truth is no one cares about your money as much as you do, because you're the one who's worked hard to save up and earn your money. And that's why a lot of these projects that people promise, to grow your money for you, they don't work out. I know, because I've trusted a lot of projects. I've invested, I've sent money to companies, I've sent money to people in hopes that they have some system to grow my money for me. And 99% of the time, it just doesn't work out that way. And I learned that I can be the one growing my own capital. I don't have to trust anyone else to do that. And most of the companies out there offering money growing solutions, they're not regulated, and they overpromise and they under-deliver. And a lot of times you end up waiting 6 months, a year, 2 years, and you never end up getting your money back. So again, there's enough technology available to you right now to grow your money yourself. And that's what this call is for, right? We're going to show you our system. So the cool thing is, guess what? It doesn't matter where you live. We have people from all around the world on this call. And with our opportunity, you're not limited by geographical location. All you need is a Wi-Fi signal. Okay. We're going to teach you strategies to compound your money. Your money stays in your control inside your private account at all times. No one can see your money. No one can access your money. Good news is you also don't need any experience to get started with us. We also have a very affordable entry price, so that very low minimum capital can be used to get started in learning how to be successful. And also you can start with just a few minutes a day of practice to get going with our system. So the reason we created the program to have these types of benefits, because we know people are busy. A lot of people don't have extra money to get started with some, business. A lot of people don't have experience in the online space, and people don't want to give up control of their money, right? So we said, okay, let's design the program to overcome all of those obstacles. Now, our team, the team behind this project, literally has decades of real experience in the industry. We're surrounded by experts. We've created legitimate winning strategies that are already proven. In fact, our community, I bet a lot of people on the call right now has already experienced some level of success. So I'll say this: if you had any kind of success, whether you're growing, you're learning a new skill, you're growing in confidence, if you've been practicing on a demo account and growing that, if you've been trading on a live account, you've been making money with that, speak up in the chat, write something in the chat so that the participants that are on the call that are new can see real social proof, right, of how many people are starting to learn how to thrive with our program. So I'm showing some screenshots right here. of some practice accounts as well as some live real money accounts. These are all accounts that are using our system. These are real examples, right? Everyone's results are totally different because it's really all about what you put into the program. That's going to determine what you get out of it. So we show this to you for education purposes. We don't provide any kind of financial advice. This is not a solicitation for any kind of investment. Understand that we teach people how to trade in the markets. And every trade is at the full discretion of the user, right? So users are always in full control. The important thing is that you need to evaluate your own risk tolerance. And we always tell people, when you learn how to trade in the markets, you should be learning only with money that you can afford to lose, right? Because there is a learning curve to it. Now, what is this not? I've been telling you what this is, what the benefits are, right? I'll tell you what it's not. Number one, this is not a startup. This isn't some new great idea. Nothing wrong with new great ideas. I love great ideas. I'm an open-minded person, right? But I also know the growing pains of a new company. It's a slow process. You got to go through struggles as a new company. That's not what this is. This is actually a 26-year-old publicly traded company out of the United States called Longevity International. They've already been in business 26 years. This is a rock solid, stable company. Obviously, the only way you can last for 26 years is if you're doing things the right way, right? If you have value and you have integrity, right? So this company already has a tremendous amount of credibility. You're also not by yourself. This isn't some project where, you know, you're all on your own. You sign up for something and you just got to figure it out. You're actually surrounded by a whole community of people who are on the same path as you, and a community full of support and like-mindedness, right? It's important if you're on a certain journey to find other people that are on that same journey so that you can be around that same goal-setting environment, that same level of ambition, that same level of determination, right? Because iron sharpens iron, right? We're here to build each other up. This is also not some long, slow, confusing journey. It's our goal to help people hit the ground running, and within 30 to 60 days, already start seeing incredible progress in their experience and skill to profit. Now, what do you do exactly? Like literally, what do? You turn your computer on, you get on our short live calls, and you learn how to profit. So I'm going to show you, we have two different strategies on how we teach people to profit in the markets. The first one is a call that we do every morning at 9:30 in the morning Eastern time. So for people that are available at that time of day, we get on. It's called the 8-minute trader call. And it's called 8-minute trader because we trade in the markets for less than 8 minutes, right? Think about that, 8 minutes. We have had people who get on the calls on their break at work, people who will arrange their work schedule to where their 15-minute break is right at the time of our 8-minute call. And they've been able to get on and participate with us and learn how to start making money in the markets. Now, the average trade only lasts between 1 to 8 minutes. You know, today was a great winning day. The trades were about 5 minutes today. 5 minutes, right? Where you can get on, take some trades, and then get off and go about your day. We have over a 70% win ratio since we began. Let us know in the chat if you won today. We've been crushing it, right? And how does this work? So you get on these calls and you're watching in real time professionals who are trading their own account. So we have coaches who get on, they share their screen, and they're showing you what they see in the markets and how they're engaging with the markets. And so we thought that the fastest way for you to learn how to get good at this is if you just watch professionals do it in real time, right? And people who are articulating and explaining what they're doing and making decisions in front of you. It only takes a few days of getting on this call for you to quickly pick up. And the good news is the more you watch, the better you become at knowing when and how to trade. Now, the second strategy, this is something that's not limited to a certain time of the day, right? Because the last call I just mentioned, that's at 9:30 in the morning Eastern. Maybe you're available for that. Maybe you're not. But the good news is that if you're not available, you can use this new system that we recently updated called the Rev Alerts. Rev Alerts, right? They're called Rev because literally, it's like rev your engine. We're going to show you all the reversal points in the markets. This system has been on absolute fire. These are professional analysis alerts that are sent right to your phone, right to your laptop. You could trade them on any chart that you like. You could also use them on any time frame, whether you want to do quick little 1-minute trades with the alerts, or you want to get into longer trades that you could watch develop, throughout the days or throughout the weeks. And the whole goal is to go through our training to learn how to keep your losing trades small and how to allow your bigger trades to be profitable. That's what it's all about. It's all about risk to reward, right? And we teach you that. We teach you the math. We teach you how to manage your own trades, right? So there's a little bit of a skill set to it. But again, you don't need any experience. And if you have a little bit of desire and you have a willingness to learn, a willingness to apply yourself, then this could be a very excellent program for you, right? It's very convenient. Like I said, you could do it from anywhere in the world. All you need is a cell phone or a laptop and a Wi-Fi signal. So this is a new snapshot here that no one has ever seen before. So I just took this screenshot about 10 minutes before starting this phone call. I literally just took the screenshot and I just put it inside the presentation slides. So right here on your screen, there's a pop-up box here that says sell signal, right? So a sell signal came in and it says, do you want to take the trade? So what we're launching next is called the One-Click Pro Trader. Okay, the One-Click Pro Trader. So we've been refining our algorithm to really dial in these alerts to be effective. Okay, we're there. We're done. I mean, the alerts are on point. The alerts are very, very effective. High level of wins, high level of accuracy with the alerts. Lots of fun to see them every day. Now that we have that dialed in, we are creating a technology that we're launching called the One-Click Pro Trader. And what this is going to do, it's going to cut the learning curve down quite a bit for a new person. So instead of someone needing, 30 days to 60 days to get off to a fast start, now someone can get off to a fast start in just a matter of just a couple of days. Really, just a couple of days of learning how to use the system. You'll be definitely on your way. And so there's different ways to trade in the markets. And there's all these different things that you can learn, like how to put a trade in, how to put what's called a stop loss, how to know, when to get into the trade, how big of a trade should you take based on your account balance, right? There's a lot of moving parts. Well, with the One-Click Pro Trader, you're still in control. Every single potential trade is still at your discretion, right? So this is still manual trading. However, all of the nuances on how big of a trade should I take, when do I get in, where are the perfect entries, how do I set that stop loss, how do I maximize my trade, right? That whole risk to reward factor, keep the risk small, keep the reward potential high. All of those things, we have automated it. And so this is now based on a menu that you can set up the menu with pre-configured settings. We're going to show you step by step how to set it up. Once you have it set up and all the settings are according to your parameters, your desired risk plan, then you're off to the races. Every time you get an alert, this pop-up box just like that will pop up and it'll just simply ask, do you want to take the trade? If you say yes, so what I actually did click yes right here on this chart. And this is what the trade looked like right after, right? The pop-up box disappeared. It took the trade instantly for me. And it set up stop losses and take profits automatically for me. It put in 3 positions all automatically and instantly at the perfect positions. And then down here at the bottom, you could see what's called the limit orders. That means the trades that haven't been activated yet because it's waiting for the price to get to the perfect place before it triggers those trades. You could also see the immediate entry trade. And so everything you're seeing on your screen, all the stats, all the entries, the take profit lines, everything you see, guess what? It was set up automatically with the click of a button. And that's why we're calling this the one-click pro trader, because normally to do all these things, you need to be a pro, right? You need to know what you're doing. You need to be able to navigate quickly through the financial markets. Well, now all of that's being done by a machine just with the click, right? So our goal now is to turn new people into pros with just the click of a button. This is going to make our community absolutely unstoppable. It'll allow people to diversify and trade multiple charts at once and be in multiple trades at once. It eliminates a lot of the emotion because you have a machine that's predetermined to follow your plan. You understand that machines don't get emotional. Machines don't make mistakes, right? If they've been programmed correctly, then all they do is follow instructions with precision and with speed. So imagine now you could be a very precise and very quick professional trader, even with no experience, all through the click of a button, right? This is an absolute game changer. So what does this look like long term? Well, Mr. Albert Einstein said it best. He said that compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it. He who doesn't pays it. So what does that mean? I'm going to give you a real example because a lot of adults in today's world, they have no idea how powerful compounding is. That means if you learn how to win trades just a little bit at a time, a little bit of profit every day, it adds up really fast and it starts to get really big. It starts to get a lot bigger than what people imagine. So what we're going to show you is if someone were to win their trades 4 days a week and still lose all the trades on the 5th day, and they were earning a few percent per day on their winning days, that would average out to be about 9% per week. Now, let me tell you this. Today, I showed a lot of people in our community how one of the trades that popped up with the one-click pro trader, and I just clicked the button to accept the trade. One trade made 9% profit. Okay, that was today. That was one trade. So I want to tell you that this example here, when we talk about, winning some days, losing some days, and averaging out to about 9% of growth for the week, is it possible? Well, look, nothing is guaranteed. I can tell you that we're using that example because we believe it's definitely possible. That's a conservative example, right? So we want to set expectations in a very realistic way. So we're going to show what 9% compounded looks like for 52 weeks, right? You could go to a calendar and a calculator, a compound calculator, and do this math yourself. $1,000 that's compounding at 9% per week for 1 year, it grows to $62,000. Okay, 62,000. And that's starting with just $1,000, right? If someone started with 5,000, do the math. 10,000, do the math, right? There's nothing on planet Earth like the growth that comes from someone who's learned how to trade in the markets. Okay. Now let's bring that result down lower, right? Because that seems like a crazy result, a 62x on your money. That's crazy. Now I walked you through how that's possible, but again, hey, that's crazy, right? So what if you can only achieve half of that? So we're talking more like 4.5% a week, right? Half of the goal, or you lose half of your profits, right? That would still be $32,000. You understand that? That would still be $1,000 growing into $32,000. What if you're like, no, Sal, you don't understand. I suck at everything I do. I'm always in last place. I'm always failing 90% of the time. I'm always failing, right? What if you were only 1/10 of this? What if you lost 90% of that value? That's still $6,200 for the year with an account that started with $1,000. Where else besides trading in the markets, where else can you be in full control, learn a real skill set, and still grow $1,000 into $6,200? And that's if you lost 90% of your money with a reasonable, realistic, conservative plan that we've already proven to our community is possible, right? So we're really breaking this down, showing you that you have a chance, all right? It takes desire. You need to be disciplined. You got to show up for yourself. You got to apply yourself, right? But there's a lot of people out there that are looking, a lot of people that are ready to start showing up for themselves. You start to get an idea that if you do this for a year, you do this for 2 years, how powerful it is. Now, the big question is always, well, how much is it going to cost me? Here's what we did. This was under the direction of Mr. Steve Wallach, the CEO of Youngevity. He asked our development team to really go and price out all of the services that we provide so that we make sure that we're offering a very, very fair market price for all the services and benefits that we provide. We went out and we found trading teams that do daily calls, softwares that are effective, that send alerts out 24 hours a day right to your cell phone, companies that have trading academies, psychology classes, right, with actual psychology coaching and mentorship, advanced software interfaces, live analysis calls, right? All the things that we do, helping people build a trading plan for themselves, giving people access to a whole library of all the database, all the history, all the recordings. We went out and priced everything out one by one. And on the lower end of companies out there in our space that are competing against us, the total price came up to $6,800 for all of that, right? That's a life-changing opportunity. Obviously, it's worth way more than $6,800, but guess what our price is? Okay, our price is not $6,800. Our price is $600, right? So you can knock like 94% off of that price, and that's our price, right? $599 plus tax. And to maintain the benefits of your membership every single month and stay active with the live calls, the live coaching, the live mentorship, the live software to really help you build your skill, it's $199 per month. So I'll tell you this, we went back and forth quite a bit on this price because I thought it should be at least $3,000, $3,500 at least to get started. And that's because, my team and I, we've all personally invested way more than that into our own trading journey of learning how to trade. But again, out of the generosity of Youngevity said, look, if we make the program a lot more affordable, then we can reach people all around the world, not just in first world countries where, people might have an extra several $1,000s laying around, but you bring it down to $600. Now you could reach people in other economies throughout the whole world, right? So that's where we agreed. We said, look, the goal is to help more people, people that might be struggling, people that are barely scraping by, right? People can come up with $600, which barely meets the cost of all the development side of the project. These are a few testimonials. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this right here. The truth is our community is full of testimonials. People are crushing it. I trust me when I say this, I can't even tell you how much some people are making because you wouldn't believe me and it would probably be considered enticement. But the value is definitely there. If you're a member, you could comment in the chat. If you think that, you've already been with us, let me know in the chat if you think the price has been worth it, right? I think that we're still very undervalued, but these are real screenshots and real testimonials, all with disclaimers, of course, of people from all around the world that really are winning with our program, right? Here's another set of screenshots, and it's just to show you these are real customer testimonials, right? So what's next from here? The next step is simple. There's a couple things. Listen, please pay close attention because I have a special invite for you, especially if you're new here. Number one, you want to get back to the person who invited you to this call because guess what? This is an invite-only community. You can only join our program if you know somebody on the inside of our program, and you have to ask them for a special link to let you get started in the program, right? Without that special invite link, there's no way to join the program because this is all relationship based. We want to make sure if you're joining us, it's because you're connected to someone and you have access to help, access to people, access to resources. The next thing you want to do is, guess what? Hop on tomorrow morning for free. Tomorrow morning at 9:15 in the morning Eastern, go to bit.ly/8-minute trader, right? The person who invited you to the call will share that link with you, but you can hop on tomorrow and watch us in real time so that you can experience what is it like if I were to get on these calls every day and be a member of this community. You'll be blown away. Okay. Set aside a little bit of time because tomorrow's a very special class. On Thursdays, we do our psychology and leadership training with Dr. Luis Ariaza. So guess what? You get to get on the live trading call for free. You also get to attend the psychology class that happens right after the 8-minute trades tomorrow morning. So I wanted to make that invite to you. I hope you found value in the information that's being shared. It's a great time of year to think about, how did this year go? What's going to be different about next year? You have the power of choice. You have the power of opportunity at your fingertips. God bless you guys. I hope you guys choose the right thing. Get started with us, and I hope to see you tomorrow morning. Bye for now.